Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do it from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Good morning and welcome to Live with Get in Know with Marley V. I am your host. I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park. It's been a while since we've joined you and we've been in your homes and in your offices. Today we're going to be having Mayor Hubert Yap join us. We're going to talk about some wonderful things that's happening in the city of Highland Park, some things that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. That is our motto. So stay tuned in, stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do it from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I am also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the information that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. And we're so very happy to be in your living rooms today or in your office or however you're viewing us this morning. We're honored to have Mayor Hubert Yap on with us this morning. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, and good morning to all.
Good. So we have a lot of information to talk about this morning. It's a wonderful Monday morning. The Lions play today, opening game.
Right.
It's exciting. Do you do any of the Lions stuff? Do you do tailgating? Are you going to the game?
I do a little tailgating. I try to make as many games as possible.
Okay.
But speaking of games, did you see Green Bay at Chicago last night?
I did.
That was a great game.
That was a good game. It was all-day football yesterday.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I love the fall. I love football. I love just watching it all day long. So, yeah, it was a good game.
I agree.
Who do you go for?
Who did I go for?
Uh-huh.
Well, I tell you the truth. After the game started, I just said Chicago's going to crush them.
Yeah.
It still was a 20-0 or 20-6,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, there's Aaron Rodgers limping back on the field like Patrick Ewing limped back on the NBA court, and he did his job.
Right. That's how I used to play in football, right? That's how I used to shake them up.
You know what I'm saying?
So, there's a lot of stuff happening in the city. I want to really talk about the infrastructure of the city. We've been talking about that for quite some time when
Right.
you've come on the show, but I don't really think people really have understood what that meant until now, because now they're seeing a lot of water main breaks and they're seeing things happening in the city. So I know a lot of people are they're made to be felt a little uncomfortable because
Right.
water is being shut off. So what's happening with all of that?
Well, I'd like to kind of bring the people up to date. As you know, during the previous administration,
Yeah.
our water was disconnected from Lake St. Clair and connected to Detroit Water and Sewage Department, who in turn was taken over by the Great Lakes Water Authority.
Yeah.
Well, when they connected with that system, it was an error because the two systems are incompatible.
Yeah.
And when the Great Lakes Water Authority increases pressure for, say, Flint or some other city,
Uh-huh.
then that pressure disrupts our system because it causes water main breaks. We weren't built for that kind of pressure.
Uh-huh.
So, but what we're doing now is we're doing the underground infrastructure. We're laying new pipe, and Marley has been very helpful in letting you know when the work is going to be done, because in certain instances we have to turn the water off. So we'll be working, you'll be notified, and just keep up with the social media, and
Yeah.
Marley's going to let you know.
Yeah, that we want to talk about that because we before you granted the city of Highland Park to come to the 21st century with doing social media and stuff like that. So kudos to you. The only way that we can make sure that you're receiving the information is if you are logged in and locked into social media. So you have to join or at least follow the Highland Park, the official Highland Park Facebook and Twitter sites. And the best way to find out if you have the right one is to go on our website. You're going to go to www.highlandparkmi.gov. Go to our website, and then there's two little buttons. One's a Facebook button and one's a Twitter button. Those will lead you, if you click on it, those will lead you right to our Facebook page and our Twitter page. And then you can, from there, just join Facebook or follow or Twitter. And then I definitely keep up the information, anything that's happening in the city, any information that you're supposed to know, we make sure that it's on there. So we really want you to follow it, encourage other people to follow it. We know that everybody's on Facebook, so make sure that you do that. So that's what the mayor's talking about. So when there's a water main break or there's a schedule that needs to be posted as to when they're going to be working in your area, we make sure that it's on Facebook. The other cool thing while we're talking about this is that we are launching a newsletter, which is great.
Absolutely.
Which is going to come out every month. So if I don't have your information, go on Facebook, start following us. We'll put the link on Facebook, but also you have the opportunity to opt in to be able to receive the newsletter via email. So make sure you guys do that because we're trying to do the right thing.
Very good. That communication is so important.
It is so important. People always complain about, well, we never know what's going on. We never know when things are happening. So we really are trying to make that happen. Courtesy of our mayor, he really wants to make sure that you guys are getting the information. So as well as the show, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So there's been some water main breaks, and have you gotten a lot of complaints from the residents with regard to this?
No, just notifications.
Okay.
And then, of course, with your disseminating the information,
Uh-huh.
they're prepared because they know the work is going to be done in their area
Yes.
on a certain date. So that's great.
Okay. All right. So if you guys, you can always give us a call here in the show. You can always call us at City Hall if you ever have any questions, or you can always message us on Facebook now, and we'll try to get right back to you. What do you think about the water that Ice Mountain is packaging? Our water, our Great Lakes water, and they're packaging it and selling it. It's just straight tap water. They're bottling it up and they're selling it. Are you familiar with
I'm
that?
not familiar with the
It's been all over the news. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, I tell you, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our great water, and it's like, Flint is still going through their thing, and we're going through our thing here in Highland Park. Do you think that we're going to have our own water again, everything working and flowing the way it should be?
I do. It's going to take a while because, as I stated, we got to complete the underground infrastructure.
Okay.
Now, we must realize this is a 2.9 square mile city, but we got 52 miles of underground water pipes and sewage pipes and that, so we got to replace all that.
Okay.
And we've done a great job. MCA, the engineering company, has done a great job in moving forward with that program.
Yeah. So I know that with this program too, we were replacing some hydrants. So we were doing some hydrant testing, replacing some hydrants and things like that. So all of that that's a process because a lot of this it haven't been done in
Many years.
many years. So just stay patient, be patient with us, and we're going to make it a great city again, right?
You know, and I want to make it clear to those that call sometime and query us about paving the streets.
Yeah.
We're going to do this thing. We're going to bring this city around in the proper sequence so we can sustain it. We're going to first do the underground infrastructure because if you pave roads like you can look at Highland and a few other, you got newly paved roads.
Yeah.
You don't want to pave the roads and you're having water main breaks. You got to dig up the newly paved road and it's just bad.
Wasted money.
Yeah, wasted money.
Absolutely.
So we'll do it in the proper sequence so we can sustain it.
Okay. All right. So with the Facebook and the social media, we've posted some stuff with regard to the commission, right? And we wanted to make sure that the people know that's the whole mission of communicating, making sure that people know what's going
Right.
on in the city of
Right.
Highland Park. So you want to talk about what's happening with that?
Is that the rec commission you're talking about or the charter
The
commission?
Charter Commission.
Yes, as a matter of fact, years ago, the people of Highland Park, the voting people of Highland Park, voted to revise our city charter because it's antiquated. It's about 50 years old plus.
Okay.
So we wanted to bring it up to date, and so the taxpayers voted to revise the charter. We selected a commission, and they did just that, spending thousands of dollars, taxpayers' dollars, to hire lawyers and consultants, but we got it done.
Yes.
And then the city clerk was supposed to put it on the ballot. Yet the city council held a meeting stating that they were not for that, and so they disapproved this item going on the ballot. But that you can't take away the voters' rights. You have a right to vote, and you have a right to have that put on the ballot and the people vote. In my opinion, this should be a violation of the federal law, not local, because many, many people died to gain voting rights.
Yes.
And I think we need to get a closer look at this, and I think the federal government should even look at this. You can't take the voters' rights away, and that's what's happened. The community votes, and 6 people take that vote away. That's just not proper.
Wow. So we posted the litigation. We posted all of the information online. If you guys are wanting to catch yourself up with what's going on, and if there's something that you want to do about that, you can always contact the mayor's office and get involved. But there's a lot of things happening in the mayor's office with regard to the mayor and the city council. Just recently, you were told that you saw that you're not on the agenda anymore with city council. Is that a legal thing? Can that happen?
Well, it's called city council meeting, but as long as I've been with this government, and I say with this government in police services, fire services, city council, and so forth,
Yes.
I came on in 1970, and
Wow.
it's always been a practice
Yes.
to have the mayor on the agenda and allow the mayor to speak.
Yes.
But with that, since they've deleted me from the agenda, I'm going to start having the mayor's meetings with the community twice a month, and I will be letting Marley know so she can publish and notify you of the dates and times. But we must get the information out, and we must meet with the community because I want to hear your concerns. I want to talk to you. And so if I can't do it through city council, we'll have our mayor's meetings, but we're going to communicate with the taxpayers.
Well, it should be a thing of working together to move forward, to move the city forward, correct? So
I agree.
So are we being stagnated? Do you feel like your job is being stagnated just a little bit because you guys aren't really working together like you would like to?
I truly feel that the council is impeding the progress of the city. We have folk that want to buy property, have been asking me about property since 2016. I've gone to the council who's responsible for getting the property ordinance together and for really selling the property, but the ordinance is not completed. But
Yeah.
that's a legislative job, and the city council is the legislators.
Well,
part of the
it kind of
legislation.
it goes back to you though. It's people really don't know that, so it's good that you're saying that because there's a ton of people that would love to buy property, have a stake here in the city of Highland Park, but it goes back to the mayor, and they'll say, "Well, the mayor's not doing anything," so they don't really know the inner workings of what really goes on in the city. So I'm glad that you're here to say that because the blame will fall on you
I
at the end
agree.
of the
I get
day.
calls every day in my office about purchasing property.
Yes.
And of course, when I tell them that the city council is the body that gets the ordinance in order and approves it, it falls on deaf ears when I talk to the council. We have a business at the corner of Connecticut and Woodward, a restaurant
Yes.
bar setting. It's a really nice building and nice structure. I walked through it myself.
Yeah.
But this man's been trying to open that business for years. And I think he's going to finally meet the objective, but this should have been done years ago.
Yes.
The city council, and I have nothing personal, but we have to work together.
Yes.
We have to come together and move our city forward. Look around you, Detroit, Warren, Ferndale. Everybody's making progress.
Yeah.
Highland Park is your turn. And
Yes.
so I'm ready to move.
All right, so with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. We have more to come. Stay tuned and stay locked in to Get in the Know. We'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B. Providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do it from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own show, Get in the Know, right here in Highland Park, WHPR Studios. Before I move any further, I just want to thank R.J. Watkins and his team for allowing the city of Highland Park to have this platform to discuss and share the views from the mayor's office, from City Hall, letting you know what's happening in the mayor's office, letting you know what's happening in the city of Highland Park in which you reside. If you have any questions or concerns while we're on the air, feel free to give us a call at 313-868-0342. Again, that's 313-868-0342. The mayor is right here. He's able to answer any questions that you may have. If you want to call in and just chit-chat with him, you definitely can feel free to do so. So we were just talking about off air. We're going to bring it to the forefront here for you guys to understand what's happening. I want to talk about what's happening at the rec center. Can we talk about that a little bit, sir?
Yes, as a matter of fact, the city council is taking me, the mayor, to court next Friday, indicating that I am not authorized to have any input with the rec center. I don't. I selected, according to the ordinance, I selected a commission. The chair of that commission is Reggie McKenzie. They make policy, they control, and they supervise activities at the recreation
Yes.
center. I don't get involved other than the fact that I go to some of the meetings, and we're trying to bring the two entities under the same umbrella, and that's the mayor's office and the city council. We have to get an understanding. However, if there's a discrepancy between the ordinance and the city charter, that's the job of the legislators, that's the city council, to make that correction.
Yes.
So I think at this point, city council needs to look at their responsibilities and get their job done, and let's come together and move the city forward.
What can some of the residents that they hear you speak is there anything that they can do to help assist with what's happening? I hate to use the word protest, but not protest, but just something that they can do to get more involved to say, hey, what's going on? Why is this happening? Because at the end of the day, it really just affects them, right?
I agree. And as a matter of fact, the one thing you can do is go to council meetings, but if we do get the mayor's meeting started, and we will very soon, I want you to attend the meetings. I want you to state your observations and
Yes.
your desires, and we will carry them out based on the conversations and agreements that we form as a community. The city council will be welcomed. I will invite them to any meeting I have because I'd like to hear you ask us questions as a governmental unit.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, there it is. So, is there anything else you'd like to talk about pertaining to the rec center or court dates or anything like that?
Well, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the rec center.
Okay.
Most of you, if you ride by the rec center going down Hamilton and you look east at the building, you will see the broadcast booth on the field that used to be totally blight. It was blight. Now it's a beautiful structure, and if you look at the west side of the Hackett Field, you will see the mural there. Now that was done, the paint-free, labor-free,
Yes.
by Summer in the City group. And there was a remark made by Councilman Woodard that was defacing. I think that's a beautiful job, and if you look around the city of Detroit and other cities, murals are very popular now in bringing out your cities. And so we got to catch up with the times. We're behind times. That's why we are amending the ordinances and amending the charter. We got to come up to the 2018.
Yeah, so it was a big deal. I'm going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about how everyone is always invited to the City of Highland Park events, and how that's communicated, and it's going to be communicated even more so with our newsletter and social media and things like that. But we're going to talk about some things that happened over the summer, and it was said that everyone wasn't invited. So we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna make sure that you know that whatever happens in your city, you're invited to. So stay tuned in, stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. And I'm so happy that we're in your homes today. Whether you're looking at us on your mobile device, in your homes, or in your office, we're just glad that you are tuned in. Right now, we have the Honorable Mayor Hubert Yap from the City of Highland Park joining us today, giving you the information that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. That is our motto. So we were talking about off air again, the mayor's meetings, and I was wondering what difference it would be from the town hall meeting, and the mayor was just simply trying to explain to me that this is his way of briefing you on things that's happening in the city, and you guys are more than welcome to come out, and we're going to have it at the rec center. Are you thinking that you'll be able to pull this off before the end of the year, or?
Yes, I certainly would like to. I'd like to have the meetings where I can get the citizens' input,
Okay.
and we can get back with them with solutions to any problems they may have or information they desire. But we want to get that off the ground very, very soon.
Okay. All right. So, perfect. Okay. So we are celebrating 100 years.
Absolutely.
There has been a lot of things going on. So I'm holding, and you guys have probably been seeing these flyers kind of circulating throughout the city. And so we had a Summer in the City event, which the mayor was just speaking about, where they were at the rec center and they were painting a mural, and it was stated that Highland Parkers were not invited. Highland Park children weren't there. Do you want to expound on that, sir?
I certainly do. As a matter of fact, we had a number of folk from all over the country, but our Highland Parkers were notified. As a matter of fact, I spoke to the fire chief and other department heads. There was approximately 5,000 to 6,000 handbills passed out door to door in Highland Park, making
These
people
little
aware,
guys.
making people aware of the event.
Yes.
And we also had our summer youth people there at this function. We had the church, Tabernacle Church, the Warwick people. Warwick is consisted of young folk from all over the country, from Montana, Illinois, all over. They come in annually, and they help Highland Parkers clean up the city. Now, we had everyone that we could think of invited, and people were there. But it kind of saddened me to think that someone would think that I wouldn't invite my own children.
Yeah,
I'd
you
say,
had your youth. You had
Yeah.
you paired your youth. Personally,
Yes.
you told me to pair the youth with the
Yes.
Warwick kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That working together, bringing children from different areas together, and teaching our children to learn to work with others.
Yes.
I mean, it was a great program, and there were those that said we didn't have our children. That's a very untrue statement. And we are working now with our school board, Ms. Ramsey, Kevin Smith. We're trying to get a school system up in Highland Park. It's difficult for a mayor to grow a city without a school system.
Yes.
And speaking of school systems, I guess I can speak of the 29th event,
Okay.
29th of September at Hackett Field. Our 1975 high school state champions were having an event there as a part of our centennial year. Now we are giving away tickets. They're free tickets, but you have to have a ticket to get in. And I would recommend that you get that ticket right away, because I think the capacity is about 500.
Yeah.
And I would like to see all of the Highland Parkers, that especially if you were here during 1975, those were great, great moments when our children, our young men, won that state championship, and they're all grown men now, and we are bringing them home, and we're going to honor and celebrate them on the 29th of September.
Yeah, so it's called Unity in the Community Awards, and so you're honoring them by giving them awards. It's free. It's a free dinner,
Right.
free event. It's going to be at the Highland Park Recreation Center on September the 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it's making history, you guys. So you got to make sure that you come out to this event. Everyone that's working on these events for the Centennial, they've been doing such a great job, and they were able to make this event free. But what you need to do is make sure that you go on Eventbrite and search for Unity in the Community Awards in Highland Park, and go ahead and register. When you register, you'll be able to get your free ticket and make sure that you bring that to the event that day. So we don't want anybody to say that we wouldn't let you in. We're telling you now, there's only 500 seats available. They're free seats. It's a free dinner, free event, but you definitely need to register so you can have that free ticket to get in the doors, because they won't let you in without it. So make sure you do that. If you are not internet savvy or computer savvy, you can definitely call Sue, which is our recreations director, Parks and Recs director, or you can go to the rec center yourself and speak with her to find out how you can obtain a ticket. And that's it, right? So again, it's September the 22nd, 2018, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's kind of early to have a dinner.
Well, actually, that's just registration. Now, the event for the 29th will be held, I think it's from 5 to 9.
5 to 9, okay.
But I think you can, the date you gave, the 22nd, you can go up and get the tickets and register with Sue. But the event the centennial event, the recognition of the 1975 state championship basketball team, is on September 29th.
Okay.
I think it's 5 p.m. to 9. Social hour will be from 5 to 6, and then the event itself, and of course dinner. So you got to get that information correct. Go to the rec center, but I can tell you, I know it's the 29th.
Okay.
And at 5 p.m.
Okay. So actually, the Unity and the Community Awards, the 22nd is a free brunch. So you can then also communicate to find out how you can get a ticket as well. But if you can do it before then for the 29th event, you probably want to do that because I know that the tickets will be going fast.
Absolutely.
Right? So stay tuned and stay locked in. We'll be right back with the Mayor, Mayor Huber Yap of the City of Highland Park.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B. Providing the City of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the City of Highland Park. I love being here. I love giving you guys the information. I love helping the community in any way that I can and assisting the mayor and doing what he would like for me to do to make sure that we further grow the city. We were just talking about what a wonderful time we had at National Night Out. You gave away book bags and bikes, and it was just a great, great time. It was right there at Woodward and Avalon back in August, the beginning of August. So tell me about that. How did you feel, and how was all that put together?
Well, you know, I think it's great when you can bring the police department and our youth together.
Yes.
I think that's so important that the kids understand that the police and firemen are not your enemy.
Yeah.
They're your friends. So I got to give a lot of kudos and thanks to our Chief of Police, Chester Logan.
Yes.
Chester has the second year he's had National Night Out in our community, and it's been great. We gave away 40 bikes. We had free food. We had free ice cream. We had good music. Mm-hmm. We had things going on for the little children, and we had bike riding, and we just had a number of things to bring the community together.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say that our police department has been doing a great job. We've had some ups and downs, and we'll have. But in this community, I want you to look at the crime stats.
Yes.
I want you to turn on 950 on Monday morning and listen to the reports. Every Monday, you hear some devastating things from other communities. I won't be calling names, but other communities. Mm-hmm. And you very seldom hear of major crimes in Highland Park.
Yes.
We have our share, but then compare our city to any other city, and I can say, you want to be safe? Come to Highland Park.
That's right. That's right. So, you know, we've talked about so many different things and safety and education, and those are the things that will bring people to the city. There's a lot of people moving to the city of Highland Park of all races, creeds, you know, everything. Everybody's coming here. They just feel like it's the new up and coming place to be.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, how do you feel about when you walk out your door and you just see all kinds of different people that weren't there before?
Well, you know, it's a reminder. You see, I grew up in Highland Park.
Uh-huh.
And I went to school with an integrated school system.
Yes.
I mean, different nationalities. And so I see this, and it's like Highland Park's coming back. You know, I've always been in integrated settings, in the Army, in the police department, in
Yes.
school, in college. I've never been in a real segregated environment. So I see that as positive. When we start to come together, we can grow our city. And I think Lansing will start to pay more attention to us as well. I truly believe this. You know, everyone's got a contact. I got contacts, you got contacts. The people moving into this city, their father may be a staffer in Lansing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always good to have good neighbors and to integrate your system, school, city, whatever, because we have to live together. This is our world, our America. This is our city. We have to come together.
We do. So tell me, do you think that there's any plans, any monies coming down from Lansing, or any good things that's happening from DC as it relate that Highland Park can benefit from?
Well, you know, I tell you, I've met Debbie Stabenow Peters, and I met Miss Gretchen Whitmer not long ago.
Okay.
I have confidence that she's going to be our next governor.
Okay.
And I believe that she's going to help Highland Park. And I believe, based on conversation, and we know that there are communities in this region, Highland Park, Pontiac, Ecorse, Inkster, that need help.
Yes.
Governor Snyder, based on the knowledge I've gained, has a rainy day fund of $1 billion. The governor is through with politics in Michigan. And if the governor did us right in this region, he'd take some of that $1 billion and help us with our underground infrastructure, with other problems we have, water and street lights and the other problems we have. He can help us on his way out. I wished he'd monitor this channel so he can hear what I'm saying. I've visited the governor 3 different times talking
Yes.
about Highland Park's problems.
Okay. Is there something that, again, is there something that the community can do? Is there phone numbers they should call, letters they need to write? Because it just better helps and service them as a community.
Well, let me say this. You have your state rep, you have your state senator.
Yes.
If you will write them letters, and I know that your state reps and your state senators come to you for your votes. So if you write them and tell them what you want in your city, for instance, help us with our street lights, help us with our water, our underground infrastructure. We have a number of needs, but right now we're working gradually, but we're doing it the right way. As I
Yes.
stated earlier, we're going to sustain the work that we put in. But write your state reps and your senators.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so let's talk about block clubs and how important it is for you guys to establish block clubs. We've been doing a great job with establishing block clubs with the city. I know it's your goal to make sure that every street has a block club before you leave
Absolutely.
office. If you have not established a block club in the city of Highland Park, please reach out to me, 313-252-0050, extension 258. That's me in City Hall, and I can help you get registered. I can help you with grant writing. I can help you with your bylaws. I can help you with all of those things to get you guys going. What your do's and your don'ts are. We really, really want you guys, encourage you to start a block club, because it just makes the city a better place to live in, to be in, and to be a part of. So with all of that being said, I think, do you have anything else to say, sir?
Well, yeah, I understand that on the 15th of this month, the Connecticut is going to start a new block club.
Yes.
They're having a meeting.
Yes.
Now, I would love, again, and not to be repetitious, but Marley just mentioned the fact that she can do a lot to help you, but we started in 2016, we started to seek grant funding for the block clubs. We even had sessions where you were teaching
Yes.
teaching the block club presidents how to write proposals and get them funded.
Yes.
And so I think if you're starting a new block club, call that number Marley just mentioned and ask for the assistance that she's been giving all the block clubs. We can do this. There's monies for your sidewalks, for your porch, for the trees that are undesirable. There's money for a lot of things. You just have to contact Marley, get all this information, and you can fend for yourself. You don't have to rely on your government.
That's right. So again, that number is 313-252-0050, extension 258. 1158. That's me directly at City Hall, and I will be more than happy to help you get started and come to your meetings. The mayor will come to your meeting. You can always host your meetings at different various places in the city. I know the fire station has a small conference room where you could possibly host a meeting there as well. But let's get it going. And again, if you have any questions and or concerns, I have how to start a block club kit at the office. So I've been giving those out. It kind of gives you step-by-step play of what you need to do and how you need to do that. And we're just excited to have you be a part of the city with your block club.
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you, sir, for coming on.
Absolutely. And I want you to have a great day today and use your government services. Contact me. Contact the city council. We are here to serve you.
All right, perfect. And before I forget, we're going to have the water department on next Monday to talk about, to really, really hear from them on the work that they're doing. They're going to reiterate what the mayor's been telling you about the infrastructure, and they're going to get real technical with us because they're engineers and they're these bunch of smart people that's trying to figure out how to fix our city and make our city better as far as our water is concerned, our pipes are concerned, and things like that. We want to make sure that the water that's flowing into your home is safe for your families. So just bear with us. We're getting it right. We have the right people on the case. I know it's a little complicated right now and a little uncomfortable, but just hang on, and it's going to be a better city.
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. Well, have a great day. Go Lions, and be safe and try to stay dry and a little warm today. Mwah. I love you.